Hello, lovely people. Have lovely people in the studio at the King Arthur on Benedict Street, and hello to you watching on our live stream at home. Last week we had the soulful and emotive sounds of Safe House. But this week, very special guest for week 23 at the Grow Room, Charlie Miller.
Thank you. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm going to start off acoustically with Joy, my daughter here. This is called Everyman. While the world spins in space and we run the human race, I see glimpses of how the world could be. Love is black, love is white. Feel the colors shine so bright everywhere in everything I see. Every day I'm getting older, still I'm growing like the trees, yeah. There's a new bird on my shoulder, there's a sweet song on the breeze, and it's calling to me. Every child lights the way, every woman sees the day that love will overcome every man. We are weak, we are strong. See the right, love the wrong. Love will overcome every man. Ooh, ooh, every man. Now there's a lot to be done, so before my race is run, I will take this opportunity to say, when something knocks you down, get back up and stand your ground. Keep the words of love around you all the way. Every day I'm getting older, still I'm growing like the tree. Yeah, I'm growing. There's a new bird on my shoulder, there's a sweet song on the breeze, yeah, and it's calling to me. Every child lights the way, every woman sees the day that love will overcome every man. We are weak, we are strong. See the right, love the wrong. Love will overcome every man. Ooh, ooh, every man. Ooh. Every man. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joy. Thank you. I'd like to invite some soul agents up here to continue this evening with me, please. Yeah, give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So, this is, well, they're all songs of mine this evening. And this one's a bit of reggae. It's called I Believe I Will.
Graham's just putting his guitar on. You're not plugged in, mate. You're not plugged in, mate.
No, honestly, I believe I will. Eventually, I will. Eventually. There you go. It's only rock and roll, but I like it. Sing it, yeah. Every day I get closer. I know the time is getting near. Sometimes I ride the roller coaster. Most of the time, yeah, I'm trying to hide my fear. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I believe I will. I believe I will. Every day I fall backwards, yeah. You're there to catch me, yeah, when I fall. There's not much time left now for me to falter. When I listen, yeah, I hear you call, calling me. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I believe I will. I believe I will. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I believe I will. I believe I will. Now sing this little song. Do, 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 do. Oh, sing it, yeah. Do, 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 do. Oh, yeah. When I look around, I'm standing in the water. I got a choice to sink or swim. Sometimes the rain falls down so heavy. Heavy rain, oh, but I believe it'll wash you clean again. Don't you mind a little rain? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I believe I will. I believe I will. Oh, whoa, whoa. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was recorded with the Soul Agents on our recent CD release. 5 tracks we put on there. Neither of these next two appeared on there. One's an old one. They joined together. One's called One World, the first one. And the second one is called Changing. And these are a very new track, Changing, joined on the end of One World, which we've been playing live. So this is those 2 songs together, One World and Changing. Thank you. Yeah! One world, a cry for one nation. People released into communication. A real deal for me and you. One goal, whole soul. Love is true, yeah. Love is true. Love is true. Love is true, yeah. Well, I've been talking to her and him. We're worried about the state the world is in. 'Cause we don't want to die. People and guns don't mix, no how. So we all want to ask some questions now. What can you tell us why? Well, tell me, are you satisfied to sit and watch so many people die? Give me just one world. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I want a world that's big and green, where the food is love and the water's clean, yeah. Or we can put it right. Living the life in harmony, that's God's will. You and me, yeah. And it's out of sight. Well, tell me, are you satisfied to sit and watch so many people die? Give me just one world. 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 Great one on guitar. Yeah. Tribal revolution, life in harmony. Back to one world order, people all be free. Tribal revolution, life in harmony. Back to one world order, people all be free. Tribal revolution, life in harmony. Back to one world order, people all be free. Tribal revolution, life in harmony. Back to one world order. living the life in harmony. One world, a cry for one nation, people released into communication. And it's out of sight. Give me just one world. 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 Stick a letter in the post today. One world. Put your pride and your guns away. One world. We gotta let the children play. Give me just one world. Give me just one world. Yeah, yeah. When I can't believe my eyes, something deep inside rings true. Now I can give that voice a name, but it may not be the same for you. Now brother, you and I believe that the voices we conceive speak right and wrong. Well, we need to talk about it. No need for us to doubt it. We belong together. Oh, 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 yeah. Everything's changing. While we're staring down a gun, making war. It's a time to push on through, time to live a life that's true. Fight no more, no more fighting. See the moon and all the stars. What is mine is yours, is ours. How can we lose? When we're standing side by side and our hearts are open wide, we will choose to be together. Oh, 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 yeah. Everything's changing. Oh, 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 yeah. We gotta make a change. We gotta make a change, yeah. Now there is food wasted by the West, while the East is stalling. There is water deep in the well, enough for us all. There is hope, hope for our children, for peace and understanding, yeah. Give your love to every living thing. All for one, one for all. All for one for all. Oh, 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 yeah. Everything's changing. Oh, 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 yeah. We gotta make a change. Everything's changing. Oh, 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 yeah. We gotta make a change. Change, yeah. Change, yeah. Change, yeah. Change, yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going over for an interview now.
Hello, everyone at home. Come over and join me on the couch over here. Charlie Miller. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
I recognise your face. Have we met before?
I think we have, yeah. So for those of you that don't know here and don't know at home, Charlie Miller is my dad. Hey. And I'm very, 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 very
just
proud.
a vicious rumour.
Come and sit a little bit closer. He doesn't want to be too close. You can see already doesn't want to be too close.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that. Cozy in the corner. So first of all, I know, but everybody else doesn't know. What inspired you? What got you into music? Where did it all start?
Well, it started with my parents. My mum would often play the vacuum cleaner louder, the music louder than the vacuum cleaner, I was going to say, with me sat on the floor as a toddler. So the Beatles and the Rolling Stones went in subliminally. My father, although he never became a musician, he entered the Royal Navy. But my grandfather was a big band drummer,
right,
with his own big band called the Relim Orchestra. And that's the history of where it all came from for me. It was always around. I was always with it. And yeah, that was that, really.
Fantastic. And then how old were you when you came to Glastonbury and started playing music in Glastonbury?
I was 17 when I got here, 1977, folks.
Woo!
Been here 40 years now.
40 years.
Seems like 40 years. And what brought me down here? Well, my father had moved into Somerset and got together with Pat and some other children that he'd had with her. And all I wanted to do was to drum and do music. And living on the south coast at Hayling Island where I was, I couldn't do that. And Dad said, well, move down here, set up your drum kit and do it. So
Fantastic.
That's what I did.
So that means you started off as a drummer.
I did, yeah.
Started off as a drummer and then sort of moved your way slowly into playing guitar and singing and finding your voice.
The nice thing about the early drumming was that I bought my own drum kit, cost me 10 quid. And it was in somebody else's garage because I wasn't allowed it at home, it was too noisy. And I can remember the band that I joined, it was two guys, they were guitarists, one of whom you know very well, local guy, Dave Beach.
Yes.
Yeah? And they were in a band which they called Vicious Chicken at the time. And they said to me, Dave Beach started to go out with my sister and eventually married her, so he became my brother-in-law, and I have family with him, as Joy has cousins, etc. And he said, do you want to join my band? And I said, yes, please. So at 14, I was playing their original songs. I wasn't listening to anything else. I was just listening to what they were doing. And when I said to them, well, how does this go? They said, well, we'll play it, you play along, and that's how it goes.
Fantastic.
So that's where it started. Very, very original.
Cool. And then obviously slowly you started off to find your voice and move to the front of the band and front bands as well. So what happened there? You sort of...
Yeah, well, I think the drumming, and still is, you know, I had family on, you know, there were 4 of you. And I had to get out and work. And drumming was a great way to do that. And I spent a lot of time during the mid-'80s and early 90s drumming with blues bands and rock and roll bands around Bristol and Bath, Trowbridge, that sort of area, and bringing in what was then a tidy amount to keep the family afloat during the Thatcher years when she didn't give a damn whether you were employed or not employed. And from there, I spent a lot of time at home, so then I started to want to express myself. I had a piano at home, I then bought a guitar, started to learn some chords and things, and slowly started to write, and that's what I wanted to do.
Brilliant.
So then put something together that could actually play my music and my songs.
Mm-hmm. And it started off with a band called the Whole Soul Connection?
That's right, it did. Which was formed after one of the great Glastonbury pantomimes, which Ian Dalbian had written and put on. And he came to me saying, we came to Ernie Bell, and I said, I want a big band for this. And I want backing vocalists, I want a brass section, I want everything. And I want the band on stage when the panto's happening, not in the pit.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
On stage. So we did this whole thing, Ernie and I put the songs together, And at the end of the performance, the band was so happy with each other, and we had such a good time, that Ernie and I said, well, look, we've got original material. Why don't we keep this together and form the Whole Soul collection, of which there was 12 or 13, small by my band sizes, really. And so that continued.
Right, and that was that. I remember that from my very younger years. So that was sort of the music that me and Ian, who is also on stage with you, my brother, drumming,
family thing,
and so that that was a huge part of our childhood, and I remember and have very dear memories of you and Ernie Bell and Liz Gilbert and Georgina Burrows all singing together. That was the kind of music that I grew up on. Used to fall asleep at the front of the stage in a pushchair. And then from there, so now me, myself and you and Ian, we all sing and play together with the Soul Agents. So that sort of moved on from that, isn't it? And that's something that you do as well.
Absolutely. And I'm so proud to be in a band and writing and working with my eldest son and my eldest daughter. There's no feeling like it, I can tell you. It's absolutely fabulous. I've worked with other musical families, as you well know, the Cartwrights and the Witterans. Yet again, another amazing family to work with. The Bells, Ernie Bell, Dominic Bell, Kath Elliott, another great local family for music and for working. Richie Brunton and Margaret Brunton and the Bruntons from out the area have supported so much here. And that was something else I wanted to talk about, around support. Because just over here is a man who's supported music unbelievably locally for you people. Ian Liversidge is here this evening.
Woo!
Thank you, Ian, for what you've done locally. I want to really thank Sandy for what she's doing here at the King Arthur.
Yes!
Big up for Sandy.
We love you, Sandy.
To see this place full of local music and putting it out everywhere. It's really, really good, really impressive. And the other people that led it to this place and the people that are working hard now, people like Will Cartwright, people like Dan Poole, people like Paul O'Reilly behind the desk there. And the other people that go to pull this thing together and make it happen, because Glastonbury needs it to happen, because there's so much here. And it needs getting out.
There is. It's been a great thing to be a part of, I know, for me. I'm very honoured to be a part of it, and a massive shout out to Big Smoke and Joe.
Absolutely.
And I Manifest, because
Joe,
bless him.
The man. Thank you, sir, so much.
So then from there, Dad, tell me what... I mean, I know we recorded your EP, didn't we? And you've got that available.
Yep.
So you've got an EP with all your original, or some of your original music that we do with the Soul Agents, yep. Charlie Miller and the Soul Agents. What have you got planned for future from now, and what have you got coming ahead from here, sort of coming up?
Well, I've been working, as I'm playing tonight, with the core of the band, the 5-piece, on some new material. And there is a new song that you'll hear tonight. Changing from the last set that I did. That has been sort of video, but not recorded properly yet. And I have some other songs that I'm working on with the core of the band to bring another album out, which is more... Thank you. Which is more of Charlie Miller. It will certainly involve a lot of the Soul Agents, but not all of them. But the Soul Agents and Charlie Miller and the Soul Agents is a band which fits a certain purpose for a certain thing. It goes out, it earns very well. And that was the reason for putting it together, was to find a vehicle to play my stuff. And the only way to do that and keep people is to pay them. Really. Because, musicians are some of the worst paid people in the country.
It's very true.
In the bloody world.
That's why we're doing this, isn't it?
Which is why we're doing this, and why I do what I do, is to keep people together and keep people eating and sleeping and roofs over their heads, really.
Hey.
Which is what music's done for me.
Fantastic. And we've got a gig coming up, haven't we? What have we got coming up?
Tomorrow night, folks. We are live in Glastonbury Abbey, just up the road.
And it's free.
And it's free from 6 o'clock.
It's an open evening in Glastonbury Abbey tomorrow night, so get your bums down there for that one. It's going to be lovely
there,
outside in the Glastonbury Abbey, that really lovely space. We're going to get up now and sing together, Dad.
We are.
Can you tell us a little bit about the song that we're going to sing, and
yes,
where that came from, why that's special for us?
This was written back in the mid-'80s, I suppose, this song. I was on my way out of a bit of dark and gloomy patch, and I wrote a song called Let It Shine. And Joy remembers it.
I do, I remember it well. It's my favourite, and that's why I asked if we could sing it together.
I remember Ernie Bell playing harmonica on it, and I miss Ernie so much.
Don't we all?
Bless you, Ernie Bell. Yeah, let's go over
Let's
and play.
sing.
This
Let's
is
sing
called
Let It Shine. Guys, thank you. Come, let's hear it again for my dad, Charlie
Thank you
Miller.
so much.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you.
I was just thinking yesterday it would be nice just to fly away over the ocean, catch me some sun. Well, you stand in the rain for a little while, you get real wet and forget the smile. So I packed up my troubles and left them behind. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We had some time, so we bought some shoes. Bright red boots kicked away the blues. I bought her an album she loved, and oh how we kissed. The sun always shines if you want it to, yeah. Shines on me 'cause it shines in you. Warm through the winter and bright, bright in the spring. Well, everyone feels the rain.
Nobody likes the dark.
I won't be strong again.
Everyone knows my name.
Oh, let it shine. Oh, let it shine. Shine down on me. Oh, let it shine. Oh, let it shine. Shine down on me. Shine down on me. Well, everyone feels the rain.
Nobody likes the dark.
I won't be strong again.
Everyone knows my name.
Oh, let it shine. Oh, let it shine. Yeah, shine down on me. Oh, let it shine. Oh, let it shine. Yeah, shine down on me. Well, I was just thinking yesterday
Let it
it
shine.
would be nice just to fly away.
Let it shine.
Fly away.
Shine down on
yeah.
me.
So let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, let it shine. Yeah. Shine down on me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Joy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I'd like to invite some more of the band up, and we'll carry on.
Warm up here.
It is warm, yeah.
He's all right. He's got his biggest fan.
It's the only one I got. Follows me everywhere.
Don't know. What we doing, Dad?
Yeah. This is one of the tracks off the album I was telling you about that I recorded with the Soul Agents. This is called Ain't That Free. Yeah, yeah. You will find if you forgive another, there is a love inside the heart of every man. It blows my mind when I see my brother hiding in the dark whenever he can. When I can't find the answers, sometimes I make a choice to draw the line. When I ask, the love is given. Yeah. Well, ain't that free? Yeah.
All love you give will set you free.
Ain't that free? Yeah. Like I want it to be. It'll take some time, and you will soon discover love won't let you down or lead you astray. 'Cause you're doing fine. Remember to thank your mother for loving you forever, every day, yeah. When I'm lost in the darkness, there's something I can do to find my way, yeah. Shine my light, 'cause love is shining, yeah. Well, ain't that free, yeah.
All love you give will set you free.
Ain't that free, yeah. Like I want it to be. Well, ain't that free, yeah.
All love you
Whoa.
give will set you free.
Ain't that free, yeah. Like I want it to be. Well, ain't that free. Well, ain't that free, yeah.
All love you give will set you
Yeah,
free.
ain't that free, yeah. Like I want it to be. Well, ain't that free, yeah.
All love you
Whoa,
will set you free.
ain't that free, yeah. Like I want it to be. Well, ain't that free, yeah.
All love you
Whoa,
will set you
hey,
free.
ain't that free, yeah. Like I want it to be. Well, ain't that free, yeah.
All love you
Whoa,
will set you
oh,
free.
ain't that free, yeah. Like I want it to be. Just like I want it to be. Well, ain't that free, yeah. Free, yeah, free. Ain't that free? Thank you. I'm just going to put the other guitar on. And, as I said earlier, we're going to play a new song. It's like knitting up here sometimes. Knit one per one. I'm all right though. So these last two numbers are written on this guitar, which stays in the tuning it's in ever since I bought it at the shop. Just kidding. This next number is a new one, and it's called
Love Comes and Goes.
Love. It's called Love Comes
Memory
and Goes.
comes and goes.
If I had the words to say the things that I never have, the first thing that I would say, love is the best we have. Somewhere in the cosmos, two souls collide into one space, far beyond the reaches of the limits we have placed. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want to understand, I just want to let it go. Some things don't go as planned, some things we never know. Always there are choices, but sometimes we don't know what to do. Listen to the voices, they'll tell you what is right for you. Because I know love comes and goes. Everybody knows, everybody shows its colors. We live in dreams, nothing ever seems like the way it is. We never know which way the love will grow. We're following the flow, but we know that love comes and goes. Everybody knows, everybody knows. Love comes and goes. Always there are choices, sometimes we don't know what to do. Listen to the voices, they'll tell you what is right for you. Walk straight through the darkness, hold love in your sight. Behind you the bridges are burning, but ahead they cross into the light. Because I know love comes and goes. Everybody knows, everybody shows its colors. We live in dreams, nothing ever seems like the way it is. We never know which way the love will grow. We're following the flow, but we know that love comes and goes. Everybody knows, everybody knows. Yeah. Love comes and goes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Paul, can I go up?
And this last one we're going to do is a song that I wrote about 85, 86, about Glastonbury and about being here in particular, called Down the Vale. And this was recorded with Ernie Bell, playing harmonica and singing backing vocals with me. And it's only very, very few times in your life that you ever come across anybody who instantly sings with you, knows your expression, breathes with you, and is alongside you. And Ernie Bell was one of those people, and I miss him very, very much as a brother. I have sister Liz Gilbert, who comes up and sings with me, and she's absolutely wonderful. And obviously Joy comes and sings with me as well, but I miss Ernie so much. So Ernie, this is for you, mate. Down the Vale. God bless you. There's a place I know where Mother Nature bears her soul, where green fields and tender trees surround the mount that lives and breathes, yeah. Oh, here on the hill I can see all the people. They rise and they fall just like me. If I hurry down, I can meet all the people, and all of my souls will be free. Yeah, yeah. And how I long to be free. Yeah, yeah. Down the Vale, yeah. Down the Vale, la 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 la, yeah. Down the Vale, won't you walk with me down the Vale? I'd like to stay a while and kiss the summer of your smile. Yes, I would. With apple wine and strawberries, this love will quench and nourish me. Yes, it will. Down the Vale, yeah. Down the Vale, la 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 la, yeah. Down the Vale, won't you walk with me down the Vale? Mr. Greenwater. Down around the Church of St. John, rest my head in the chalice well, yeah. A picnic in the Abbey Park, down the King Arthur after dark, to be with all my friends, where the music never ends, and the sky above is so blue, and there's a lot of love there for me and for you. Down the Vale, Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night. This is Charlie Miller, y'all. Make some noise.
Charlie, make some noise.
Thank you so much. And these fine people playing with me. Thank you.
We all just also want to say a massive thank you to the King Arthur again and Sandy and everyone for putting this on, and Big Smoke and Joe. Big shout out to Big Smoke and Joe.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you. And like we say every week, we wouldn't be able to do this, and the people that here wouldn't be able to do this, and without Sandy and the King Arthur. We always have a magic hat. It's to put money back towards us being able to do this without any glitches at home, and be able to get people's music out there, and to get people getting some money back for playing their music here. So please put some money in the magic hat before you go out.
Please.
Here. And Patreon. What's Patreon? Tell me about Patreon. I don't know what that is. We have a Patreon page. It's also in our links online. You can donate through online at our Patreon website link as well.
So there you go.
For us there. Thank you again to everybody here. Grow room number 23, Charlie Miller.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and next week we've got Liam Howard here at the Grow Room as well. So come on down or join us at home. So for number 24, we've got Liam Howard. Thank you very much. One more time, Charlie Miller.
Thank you. Thank you. Please continue supporting the Arthur and Sandy and these wonderful people. Fantastic.